Hello everybody, welcome to the latest Worlds of ZZT livestream. Tonight we are going to be playing Shades of Grey by Flimsy Parkins. This is his possibly first release. I think he participated in some like 24 hours of ZZT contests prior, but this is his first full game. It is fitting with our long-running theme so far of this year for ZZT's 30th anniversary, and that it is a Town of ZZT inspired game, we'll say. The first of several. I did play this one some time ago and was very much impressed by it, and I felt for a little bonus stream while we're still waiting for a free Sunday for me to play the Town remix game that this would be a good fit. And the good news is that this Sunday is a good time to play the Town remix game, so I'll finally get around to that after like a month. I could keep going for a while, but man, most of them are not great. So, do not adjust your sets. This game is unsurprisingly pretty black and white, or at least gray. That being said, let's, the hot coffee mod is definitely the greatest Town of ZZT parody out there for sure. So let's get into this one here and see how this goes. Here it is. It's the Town of ZZT, alright. It's not looking so hot. There's boulders and sliders everywhere. Our poor purple door is now a white door. There's somebody here though, or possibly a skeleton. It's who can say. Ah, it's a bum. Hey, what? Oh, hi. What are you doing here? Nothing, same as everybody else. How long have you been sitting there? It don't matter. Ain't no time in a world with no color. What happened? I don't know. One day I was just doing my job and then... Anyway, it was a good job too. I was the guardian of the key. I still got the key. It stayed green for some reason. I can ask for the key or say goodbye. So let's try getting that free key. Nope. It's the only bit of color I got left. So how's the armory doing? Also, not great. Fortunately, we don't need that green key now. Pick up some residue. Shopkeeper's closed. The storage container is just having problems. Conveyors are not really conveying that well. Even the secret passage to the bank combination is just blocked off by a boulder. So, I mean, we still have something open-ended, at least for now. But I'm just going to kind of go as I please. The three lakes are... well, they're really having problems. They're kind of dried up for the most part. I mean, half of it's walkable. It's just not looking good for town. Root board. It's been incorrectly solved. There is a bomb, and it is close enough to the breakables that maybe we can do something about it. If you aren't impressed by Flimsy's sense of humor yet, you never will be. And I really love the technique used on this board. When I first played this, I was incredibly surprised by the explosion. Because I got that, okay, it's not a bomb, it's an object, obviously. But you can't just make an object explode. So what he's actually doing here is all these empty tiles are actually fake walls that I'm walking on. And then the bomb radius is differently colored empties, which get changed into breakables to fake the explosion. It's very smart. Our reward is a not purple key. Or at least it could have been. But we can still get some bonus points. Oh no. So a lot of what makes this game so impressive is just how it plays with all the weird board connections Town has, and cuts off some routes and opens up others. So you can't really navigate the space the way you're used to doing it. So here we are at like the final challenge at the end of the game. It's terrifying, it really is. The tigers are working. And our sixth purple key is also kind of in distress. The bottom half of a key. Not much good without the top half, but you take it anyway. Can we get down through here? Oh, you can hear these keys a mashing. Oh my goodness. Genuinely not sure if I'm supposed to be able to get here. Okay, I definitely am, because there's the top half of the key. Yeah, I'm just moving it along, because I am out of torches now. Well, you know, I'm just gonna not deal with that. I could have just gone in a different direction if I didn't want to deal with this. Path to the palace is all caved in. Can't even leave this way, I gotta go out the way I came. He made quite a few, and they're both of some pretty high quality and fairly overlooked in their time, at least. People today have much more respect for the games Flimsy was making. Yeah, we don't even have all of them, apparently. Okay, so we're still opening our white doors to palaces. See, more things are cut off up there. I only have 2 torches, so I'm gonna pass on the bank just for now, but we'll see. Ah, here's some color. Sorry if anybody gets any nightmares. This guy got sucked up so fast he left behind his STK background. I wonder who he was. Well, I guess I should take this. It won't do him any good just laying around in here anyway. So, don't dwell too much on that. Yeah, there is a playthrough there. And you can also just find like all that stuff linked on the museum. If you like look up 16 easy pieces, it'll be in the related articles. Well, that's a dead end. Okay, so let's get out of here. There's some centipedes that are just trapped forever with some gems. This game is morbid. Okay, this guy wants something green, so let's give him something green. Yeah, let's not go into details here. Look at that. Congratulations. So we can make our way here to the castle, which, well, this board is looking a little bit easier. Somewhat. Oh, are you very much not supposed to go in here? I wasn't paying attention, as I never do. Okay, there we go. Conveniently, some of them are legit broken. Well, I got extremely zapped. Oh yeah, the technique for this is... Actually, it kept its code. So what is the technique for that? I know you can get that color if you put a green door and then put something on top of it. But putting a green door would make the object lose its code. So I don't know what's going on here, actually. I'm going to have to look into the details about that. Or actually, yeah, it could just be standing on top of a fake wall. We'll look it up later on. We'll get to that. So we got a green key. We have yet to see a green door. If you are well aware of how town works, you know that there's also this path here. Here's the House of Grace. Expect some unpleasant notes, probably. Oh, there we go. I love the physics of this game, as it were. The Jazzman is continuing to be impressive. The mixer. Oh, there's a green door, so that's something. Oh, some rare surviving color. A transporter to a room full of centipedes. His object name is Jazzman, but he's in the House of Blues. So yeah, it's a little of both. I need to start like looking before I go in places. More horrible rundown conveyors. So I mean, essentially, we're still playing town here. We're getting what were once purple keys. And this game does expect you to have, like, a solid knowledge of town. There's nothing in the game to tell you that, hey, there's going to be some fake walls to get over here. You just have to know that for some reason those boards are connected in town. But this also gives a different exit to the old forest. We could just leave as normal. But there's some gems, which are red. I hope I didn't mute. And the poor tree. It's like tragic. Ah, I missed it actually. The other transporter is broken, so we do have to go through this board. Oh, no, we can't do that. That's it. There's just some gems and a very depressing stump. That's the board. The only way out is the way we came in. I think it's not that one. Okay, let me try not being stupid in the castle this time. Well, oh, I am holding a key. I'm like just idly glancing at the purple key spot, and it's like, I don't have anything there. Wow, not a fan of that ruffian. We get to go slightly deeper in here. Well, that's some color, all right. I love just how much it always pops whenever there's something that's not gray. Okay, castle, take 3. I know it's not this way, but okay, I'm curious if there was any different message there. Well, so much for that. It's a troll with bloody bandages on its head and its arm in a sling. What happened? What made that huge crater go away? Was it an explosion? Was there something here before? Yeah, you bet there was something here. The castle of lots and lots of evil. Then all of a sudden, hey, I ain't telling you what happened. Unless you get me some gems. When the troll sees the gems, he immediately grasps for them. Hey, hands off until you tell me what happened. Oh, right. Well, there I was, guarding the bridge, when all of a sudden this huge multicolored thing drops out of the sky right on top of the castle. There was this big explosion, and when I woke up, it was just a crater. No moat, no bridge, no nothing. Now, about those gems. Wait, what did the multicolored thing look like? Well, it was really, really big, and kind of bean-shaped. And it was all different colors. Alright, here you go. Ooh, rubies. By the way, in the castle there was the scepter of lots and lots of power. It might have survived the impact. Thanks, I'll look for it. Grunt. Okay, so we can't shoot. I can't remember off the top of my head how you get in here. If you have to find something or if there's a spot you touch. I think we're just going to come back later. So that was a bust. Bug maze is... well, one of them certainly survived. You got another white key here. Maybe. Gray key. That's stuck. So we can't get it out, so that's no help. We certainly don't have the keys to get through this. So the only thing left right now is the bank. Oh, it's full of bugs. Of course it's going to crash your computer. Okay, who's got the town vault password memorized? Because I don't. Well, that's also extremely unhelpful. We won't be inputting any passwords today, but I will be showing off this. The first time I played this game, I ended up being curious if there was a way to the other side of where I'm stuck here. And easiest way to do that is to just cheat and turn on the lights. And I did that, and I got incredibly owned. So this is Mr. Smelly. This is just the greatest possible board. Okay, the thing is now we really are kind of at a loss for what we should be doing. We've gone in every direction here. So it's very easy to get stuck and, decide to turn on the lights on the bank to see if maybe there's more to it. Only to discover Mr. Smelly here. So it's incredibly easy to miss. That's a good question. Let's see, if you count all the centipedes, and the key, and the player, you should get 42, provided that the doors are not objects. I'm pretty sure they're not objects. We can see, thanks to this custom HUD, that there's no board to the south, at least. But speaking of the conveniences of this custom HUD, we can also see that on this board, there's a board to the north, which is normally not the case. But the lake's dried up, and I definitely had to look this up the first time I played, because I did not notice this. I'm pretty sure the first time I played this, I assumed that the gray walls here themselves were still water and not fakes. But there's more to it. We get, if you've ever wondered what's beyond the edge of town, it's apparently this. So take that in for a moment, if you will. The good news is it's not actually a puzzle. You can kind of see the gems in there, and you just follow the path like that. It's very oppressive. There we go, we have our path. Puzzle solved. On to this. And what do we do with strange machines? Okay, now actually I do legit not know what I'm supposed to do. This is my ace in the hole, the one board I remembered that was still existed. What have we not done here? I do need the scepter. And actually, maybe that's what you're supposed to use on that. But I couldn't remember if you needed a shovel or something to get to the scepter area. Okay, it is hidden poorly. I gotta do this again. Where is that scepter? Is there a way to tunnel your way in? I know you have to bumble around, but there we go. Getting inside is what I couldn't remember how to do. So there's an object in here that blends in with all these tiles, and it's moving. So we kind of just gotta hope. Thank goodness. That went very well. Alright, scepter acquired. Let's try this again. Alright, we're in the clear. I think my health is even worse than in my town playthrough, and there's been significantly fewer things to hurt me. Well, that's pretty much on par with town. All 13 gems. So that's actually another thing with that troll. He wants specifically the red gems that you get from the forest. I don't remember where we got the other ones from, but he will comment, and it'll actually kind of check for you to have like a specific amount of gems to imply that you picked them up, I believe, or a flag or something. But it can't just be any gems, it's got to be something with color to it. And back to our colorful board. There we go, this is how we solve problems. Blam. But it left something behind other than stars. A strange little device. There's small colored lights on it, 2 of which are lit. Well, I can't see any use for it, but I guess there's no reason not to take it. It explodes instantly, and you die. The end. Just kidding, we take the thing. Okay, but now what do we do with... Oh yeah, okay, I remember what we do with this thing. We're going to the palace. A strange little device starts to make noise, and when you get it out and look at it, you find that the red light is blinking furiously. Press that red light. There's a strange noise in the air, like a buzzing sound that is both far away and yet at the same time all around you, and the strange red thing starts to dissolve. Whoa. Tunnel our way through the residue. Get some more supplies. Our ampersand, and a burst of color, and a little bit of the password. And there's definitely something going on with this board for sure. Great, now you've broken the ampersand. Alright, this looks important, so let's not go this way. Okay, let's go that way. The rest of the invisible walls are... Oh, no, there's still some. Oh, there you go. 4-0. 354. 364. There's this burst of color here, which is probably not a good sign. Here we go. I don't know what caused all this, but I bet this big ship has something to do with it. I guess there's nothing for it but to go inside. And so you make your way into the huge ship, wondering what new adventures and perils lay ahead. Credits? Oh, forget it. Flimsy wrote the whole game. Watch out for the sequel to this game, Color Ship, which should come out sometime in November. Thanks for playing! Game over. Press escape. And unfortunately, it's yet another ZZT game with an announced sequel that never happens. Which is kind of a shame. I mean, I don't know where he could have been going with this if he was going anywhere, but it's just a very striking looking game for sure. Honestly, maybe. It certainly fits the aesthetic. That's a good interpretation, actually. That's just where 16 easy pieces happens. Well, we had to look at some code here on this one, actually. So let's pop open that editor. And oh, hey, here's the board names. Because why wouldn't they be this? And here's the invisible man on the title screen. This is made out of blinking black on black characters, or colors, so you can't see this unless you actually go looking for it like this. Here's the very useful toolkit used to create the game. It's just an invisible man on the title screen, you know, as one does. This one looks out of place. One single tile of disco. It's not dead. Okay, we want to see how this guy works. Ah, okay. Well, no, that doesn't really explain. Flimsy does do this a lot, though. Every time I've had to like dig through his code, he'll kind of just like put the actual code somewhere off in the corner, and then he can much more easily move the object around. We're looking for Bum, who's actually at 41.6. So here's Bum. So it just moved, just apparently fast enough that none of us noticed, or at least I didn't. Same. Well, that's that mystery. So these are actual doors. Please don't open them, you'll soft lock the game. God, it doesn't even move randomly. It purposely moves perpendicular from the player. So that's great. And here we can see all our fake walls, and this is the explosion here where the empties are. And as we can see, we can't find the bomb objects on the bomb. You have to actually dig it up. And it just changes the empties into breakables, like a bomb. This one here. There's our good friend Mr. Smelly again. Yep. And once you pick up all the gems, you set lard. Okay, here's the color room. There's this fancy animation. Oh, see, I wasn't too far off, apparently. It sets a flag called Bammo. It explodes a little bit. Wait, where did it say editing versus cheating? Mr. Smelly. Oh, that's brilliant. That's incredible. Yeah, and then as soon as you enter the board, it just changes into cheating. See, he thought of everything. Like, that's amazing. This is our color flash-o-matic. ZZT OOP is really tedious, having to write all this out by hand. I thought I got shoved when I was heading towards the center here. There's a bunch of invisible conveyors to guide the player to this spot. And that's Shades of Grey. Ended up being a little shorter than I expected, but I hope you all had fun with that one. It's just a very fun take on Town of ZZT for sure. It's honestly one of Flimsy's more accessible games for sure. You definitely need to have a knowledge of Town going into it, but as far as ZZT goes, especially in the year 2000, it is a very reasonable assumption that if you are playing ZZT, you will have been familiar with Town. So that's going to be it for this week. I will be back next Sunday. We will finally get around to playing Town Remix. I'm just going to drop some links in chat, because here's what's cool and happening lately. Over on the museum, there is a new Closer Look article for any patron that's pledged $2 or more each month, where you can read about Legend of Brandonia, which is a fun medieval fantasy game. We've got the recently published for Valentine's Day ZZT Love Letters, which are a collection of people who submitted short little descriptions about why certain ZZT games are important to them. Today, we had the release of the Epic Mega Haul, which is just a collection of ZZT documents and Epic Mega Games documents from like 91 and 92 that were scanned and donated by Beth Dagger, who created Zania, which is a pretty huge deal if you're interested in stuff about like 90s shareware games. Like, it's really wild getting to see Epic go through being Tim Sweeney in his bedroom to being like, hey, we have office space now, and there's a secretary who's taking all my calls. As well as getting like insight into all these like different programming groups back then that they were trying to like recruit from and get to make games for Epic, and seeing what games actually came out and which ones didn't. Like, it's definitely something worth checking out. And lastly is just the Means TV series Preserving Worlds, which had its ZZT episode. If you haven't checked that one out yet, that's definitely one to take a look at and learn about what the heck the deal is with ZZT and the museum, and why 30 years later we're all seeing Mr. Smelly. I think that's going to be it. Yeah, the God of Thunder, I think, is what like the Finnish title was for it. Like, that was a game that I always loved playing as a kid, and that could have been an Epic release, honestly, would have probably been a pretty big deal for them, because that's a very good game. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks everybody for watching. I believe it's like a trilogy, it's like a shareware trilogy, so it's 3 episodes of one game, as it were. But that's going to be it for now. I will see you all on Sunday, I hope. Sunday afternoon, that is. There'll be the usual stream announcement coming up later this week. So I shall see you shortly. Later.